Dana Brown, Xojo's Director of Marketing. In this tutorial, we're going to focus on one of the new features available in PDFDocument from Xojo 2021 Release 3. This feature is the ability to add a table of contents to any of the PDF documents you may create using Xojo. Practically any PDF viewer app offers the option to display the bookmarks found in the displayed PDF. These bookmarks are in fact the table of contents associated with the document, and they improve the navigation of the document because the user only needs to click on any of the available entries in order to jump to a specific page or page area, like a section or a subsection in the document. In this two-page PDF document, we created a very basic table of contents hierarchy. So the user can go to the first or second page simply by clicking on the associated entry or jumping to other sections in the page document where the associated TOC entry is clicked. So how do we create these kind of TOC hierarchies in PDFDocument? Let's see how through this example project. These lines of code are in charge of creating a two-page PDF document with a title and a paragraph on each one of them. The interesting part is the lines of code just next. These are responsible for creating new TOC entries instances using the PDF TOC entry for that. As you can see here, the creation of these kinds of instances is really simple. For example, in order to create the entry for the first page, we only need to pass as the constructor parameters the number of the page for the PDF document that the text will be displayed by the TOC entry. In this case, it's first page, and the X and Y coordinates where the PDF viewer will jump in the page when the user clicks in the TOC entry. This is in the upper left corner of the viewable area for the page. As you can see, we followed the same mechanism to create these four table of contents instances: first page, first section, first subsection, and second subsection. But these lines of code simply create new instances for the TOC entries. They don't provide any kind of hierarchy amongst them. In order to establish the desired hierarchy, we only need to call the addEntry method on the TOC instance that will act as the upper node for the received TOC instance that will be its child. So this line of code is adding the instance first subsection as a child for the first section instance. Next, we add the first section and second section instances as children for the first page instance. So these three lines of code are responsible for creating the TOC hierarchy that we can see for the PDF document in the PDF Viewer app: first page, first section, first subsection, and second section. In order to create the entries and the desired hierarchy for the second page, we only need to follow the same schema in our code. That is, creating a PDF TOC entry instance for the second page and another one for the first section on the second page, which is the one that is a child of the second page instance. And this is exactly what we do in the following lines of code using the page number 2 as the first parameter in the constructor, and then the expected text for the TOC label and the X and Y coordinates. We repeat the same operation for creating the PDF TOC entry instance for the first section on the second page, and then we only need to add the second page first section instance as a child for the second page instance. Once we have all of the required PDF TOC entry instances and set the hierarchy amongst them, we only need to call the addTOC entry method on the PDF document instance in order to add them to the document itself. And that is everything we need to do in order to add a table of contents to the PDF documents created with Xojo. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below and subscribe so you are notified of new videos in the future.